I think we're live. Are we live? I think we're live.
I was doing that smile frozen thing, like I don't know when we're live yet.
I think we're live.
We're live. Oh, yeah. So,
all right, we're live.
People who were here from the beginning will see that. Anyways, welcome back to the RichAlvarez channel. I'm Rich Alvarez. With me, as always, is Chris.
That's me.
Today, we're going to be doing a kind of a new week news and review thing. There was a lot of things that happened this week. Namely, the two things that we really want to cover today is the fact that Smosh is back, and we're going to get into that in a second. And then two, Nintendo just did a huge Nintendo Direct with a lot of fun stuff. So Smosh and Nintendo. And you know what? I was thinking, I kind of like these little Rich Alvarez week in review thing. We used to do stuff like this, off and on because, Chris and I have never really had a schedule for any of this stuff. With the last time you and I actually had like a schedule, we were doing Super Mario Brothers online every Thursday.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. But, it'd be nice to kind of get these weeks in reviews going again. I know that this time we called it Rich Reacts, but I would really like to get in the habit of eventually calling this the Rich Cast. But, I know. I should have told you that like forever ago, but it didn't really come to me until we were doing it. Anyways, so again, welcome everybody. I see Sam. I see Mega Shadow. I see Son Goku, Noah. Is that Marty Man? Yeah, Marty Man's in here. Sam says, "Oh, hello." Majora Jeff, Elite Gear, and then Stream Elements is here too,
as well as Eden Fine and DZ. Also, Rich, I realized I didn't switch it to public in StreamYard. So it's not going to give us the comments to highlight.
Oh, so that's why you just. So we have to do it. That's fine. That's fine.
I won't be able to highlight people's comments, which is annoying. But we can still read them as they're coming in. But I'm just letting you know that was my goof. Remember when I was like, "Should I make it public on YouTube or StreamYard?" I done goofed. But anyway, we can still see the comments. I just can't highlight them. Which is
next time I'm in charge. anyways, thank you all for coming. So let's talk about Smosh. Smosh used to be the #1 channel on YouTube, headed by Ian Hickox and Anthony Padilla. And to some of you who weren't on YouTube back in his day, you might not even know. Well, I mean, you might be familiar with current Smosh, which has been that lineup of like 5 or 6 kids. But back in the old days, it used to be just Ian and Anthony doing funny sketches. And it was announced that this week by the two of them together on camera for the first time in years that they were able to repurchase their channel back, and they're going to be doing new stuff again. Now, Chris is going to go into more details about that, but I just want to say, it's really exciting to some of you that either aren't old enough or just weren't on YouTube back then. This would be like the Beatles coming back together in like the 80s, if John hadn't died, of course. That's as far as YouTube goes, that's what kind of news this is. This is the Beatles coming back, like doing a new album together. That's how crazy this is. And and we've got some other stuff to show you, but I went to college with Ian and Anthony. I was very familiar with them. I had improv class with them.
Hey, we have video proof to show it for those of you that never saw it.
And watching. I mean, I haven't actually spoken to them personally in years, but they were really great guys. And I know that they've gone through some stuff. So it's really good not only to see the channel coming back to prowess, but also to see the two of them together, because I know that they've gone through some stuff. Chris, take it away.
Yeah. So just long recap. The reason this is really important is Smosh was like the original, like two buddies making a YouTube channel. I personally got a lot of inspiration from them because they've been around since 2005 and we didn't start our channel till 2006. And I remember watching a lot of Smosh videos and a lot of Bratz and Bread videos. Oh, do you want to comment on
just something? George the Jedi said, by the way, was watching a Minecraft game show based on Survivor, and there was a stupid Mario Brothers reference.
Oh, yes. Somebody posted that in the Discord. That was like a year ago. It was a very small YouTube channel. Sorry.
Got distracted. Continue, Chris. Continue.
Hey, Rich, how about you focus on Smosh? Anyway. But yeah, so here's the thing that's really important. Smosh represents the golden era of YouTube. They, in my opinion, were one of the original funniest channels on YouTube. It started with Ian and Anthony that were buddies in middle school and high school, and they made a lot of really great content. What ended up happening, just to give you guys the brief overview, is since they were so early in the game for YouTube, they sold their YouTube channel to another company called Defy Media that helped them manage everything. And they got stock in a company that was like private stock. So it was like the promise of it being worth something if they eventually went public. Anyway, long story short, it ended up being a huge disaster. You guys probably don't care about the details, but here's why it's important. Ian and Anthony were like best friends, and slowly over time, they started to resent each other and they were very unhappy. And this culminates with Ian and Anthony splitting, and Anthony left in 2017. In 2019, Defy Media goes out of business, and then fast forward years later, finally to 2023, they have reunited and they're going to make YouTube videos again. So it's kind of a big deal. So I have on Twitter some of the interesting. Oh yeah, and by the way, when Defy Media went out of business in 2019, Rhett and Link from, I think they have a company called Mythic Entertainment, because they have a podcast called Good Mythical Morning,
which I love.
They bought the channel and then they gave it back to them, which is super cool. They obviously did videos together. So what we're going to do first is we're going to watch this video of Ian and Anthony buying Smosh, because
that's so crazy to buy back their own channel.
Yeah, it's really trippy. I mean, this happens in
of course, no one's offering us millions of dollars for the RichAlvarez channel, but
well, we also were number one on YouTube for several years.
At this point, I'd be like, sure.
Anyway, so we're gonna watch this video and comment on it. It's 4 minutes. So without further ado, headphones. Oh, hold on. We got a comment. Marty Man said, when Anthony left, Smosh wasn't the same anymore. Thank goodness he came back, and we be getting their first sketch in a long time tomorrow. Yes, totally agree. Thank you, Marty Man, for being a member for 49 months. By the way, the reason they have the Pokemon hat in the background is you guys probably remember the video that originally went viral for them was lip syncing the Pokemon theme song, and they did plenty of Pokemon in real life videos, all of which are still timeless to this day.
So, in 2005, Anthony and I created this channel, Smosh, as a way to make each other laugh and just have fun. And very quickly, it resonated with millions of people, and
us
it
included.
Turned into a career for us, making YouTube videos. This was a dream that we never realized was possible and was just so awesome. But after 6 years of doing almost everything ourselves and the rate at which we were putting out videos, we realized it wasn't a sustainable thing and we needed help.
So in 2011, we were approached by a company who offered to buy Smosh, and they promised to help us turn it into everything we'd ever dreamed of. So we were like, you know what? Sold. The quality of the videos
I'm going to go ahead and
rapidly started increasing. And
all right. Any comments so far? We have to like pause and comment so it counts as a reaction video, not just us ripping it. So far, what do you think?
I mean, I've seen it.
All right. Well,
but no, it's good. It's just really good to see them like talking and everything. Anyways, continue.
And they stared offering us to do more and more projects.
We did some movies.
We did movies. We did a comic book, live stream.
There was a magazine. There was 2 issues of a magazine.
A mobile game. A lot of stuff, which was really cool to have the opportunity to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I realized that I had no time or energy to commit to creating the sketches that Ian and I made together, which I felt was the foundation of what made Smosh. So I kept pushing through, but after about 6 years, I realized that this company's goals for Smosh were just too different from my own. So I'm
going to pause it real quick. If you guys watch Anthony's video from 2019, when Defy Media finally went out of business and Anthony like opened up for real about why he was unhappy, fascinating video. If you want to get like the full story on his thought process, really interesting. Okay, cool. I
don't know what to add to that.
Left to create a channel on my own as an independent creator.
And I stayed on at Smosh because I felt like there was still so much more to do on that channel. However, our parent company.
Never mind. I was gonna make a joke, but I'm not gonna make it.
We suddenly went out of business in 2018, which threatened the existence of Smosh. Fortunately, Rhett and Link stepped in with Mythical Entertainment and acquired Smosh and helped it live up to today.
So flash forward to last year, Ian and I started hanging out a ton, and we realized that the sketches that we'd made weren't just great because they were a product of the times. I wasn't just being blinded by the nostalgia when I'd go back to get a laugh at the old videos. They were a reflection of the magic that we felt when we were making something together.
So we came up with the totally insane idea of what if we bought Smosh? We didn't know if this was actually possible.
I gotta say, isn't it weird them having to buy back what they created? Like,
I mean, I know
it's so
that's what's
strange.
weird. That's like I can't fathom that,
But that happens even with music, because a lot of times they'll sell the rights to like another. Anyway, it's very weird, but it's
well, I mean, like
Yeah.
Paul McCartney had to buy back all the
Yeah.
CDs.
yeah, exactly. It's so strange how that works. But anyway, we'll continue.
But we felt like we had to look into it and see if we could actually do it. So after months of negotiating and deliberating on whether this was a good idea or not.
Yeah, we're just going to change our entire lives.
Yeah, who cares?
That's it.
Today, Anthony and I can say officially that we own Smosh. Yeah.
The shit's
baby.
ours.
It's ours. We bought it.
I thought
The Smosh Channel Fast.
One,
This
two,
was
three,
the video
four.
they did with Rhett and
Yeah,
Luke,
yeah. I that was a really clever. I want to watch that again. It was so good. This
Yeah.
Own Smosh. Yeah.
The shit's
baby.
ours.
It's ours. We bought
That's obviously a Pulp Fiction reference right there. Yeah.
it.
I got the password.
Yeah, we own
1, 2, 3,
Smosh
4.
now, and what you can expect on this channel is sketch comedy written by and starring Anthony and myself.
Classic Smosh is back.
And as for the other channels, Smosh Pit and Smosh Games, those are staying the same. Same content, same people, no worries
This is
about it.
really
Can you guys hurry up and finish your stupid video?
Okay, Mom, we're almost done.
Almost done, Mom. Well, hi, Anthony. I love your I Spend the Day With series. And Ian, you need to spend a day with someone. Maybe a personal trainer, you emaciated cuck.
How does my cuck?
Now get out of here. XQC is live and I missed his last
Okay,
two
so
streams.
we're on our own now. So if you want to support us directly, just hit the join button down below and you can become a member.
Thank you guys so much. I can't wait for you guys to see what we have in store.
Please support a free and independent Smosh. For some reason, my dumbass son and his hot friend want to keep doing this forever.
Oh man, that was so good. Okay, hold on. We'll come back to the full screen here.
That's
all right.
great.
So
Free and independent Smosh.
yeah, I thought that was really, really good. So I mean, the video said it all. I'm really excited to see what they said. I know that that's Ian's mom. She hasn't been in a video in a really long time. And just the way that she's like totally like, like trolling Ian, it was really funny. I'm excited to see what they come up with next. But like they definitely have like, some of their humor is a little bit edgy, but I think it's hilarious and I'm excited to see what they do.
Nice.
What do you think?
No, I love it. The mom is the best part. I mean, it's obviously they wanted to end that with a little bit of a joke, but I just love how like she hates her son. And she has like a thing
A
for
crush on
Anthony.
Anthony. Oh, hey, we just got our first super chat. Thank you so much, Golem64. Golem said, I really hope they put their movie up on YouTube.
Well, that's going to be a little bit more complicated, right?
'Cause
Because who knows
who
what
owns
the
the
rights,
rights
of
to
the
the
movie
movie?
is, because that's
I
different than the
wonder.
YouTube channel.
I wonder, that's very interesting. I never actually watched the movie. I watched a YouTube review of the movie. I heard it was kind of meh.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was a great summary.
Who knows if they are even happy with that movie, because they didn't really have a whole lot of creative control over it.
Yeah.
So
I
they
think
might just sit, just toss it
it's
into the
interesting.
ether.
I think Ian likes it and Anthony doesn't. In
Sounds
fact,
about right.
that's what I'm going to bring up next real quick. So going back to here. So we're not going to watch this video because it's an hour and 13 minutes, but I highly recommend, if you guys are interested in Smosh lore, go to Anthony Padilla's channel and watch his video with Ian Hecox. It's very long. I'll just talk about some of the things they cover. So the introduction, Defy buying Smosh, Ian and Anthony's friendship, Anthony leaves Smosh, what was Smosh, Defy shuts down and Mythical buys, reconnecting his friends. That was probably the most special part of the video. I think that the reason that this is so special is it's not just about the nostalgia and the golden age of YouTube returning. It's about two childhood friends who had a bunch of distance and didn't think they'd ever reconnect again, actually come back together and realize like the spark is still there. It was really, really special. And then what else did they mention? Oh yeah, the creative process. buying back Smosh from Mythical and the future of Smosh all the way to some
Yeah, so if you want just a super detailed version, it's called I Spent a Day with Ian Hecox on Anthony's channel, Anthony Padilla. And yeah, if you want that full information, I guess you'd get it there if you want,
So one thing I wanted to mention is we left a comment that got 2.3 thousand likes. So thank you to anybody who happened to like that. I had no idea. But what we said was the part where Anthony said he spent so many years looking back and regretting their past decisions and then now realizing it all had to happen that way for them to reunite was really special. Best of luck, you guys. It's worth watching. You could tell that Anthony was really sad, and so was Ian, that they weren't friends for so long.
Now we have another super chat from Major Jeff who says, "Did you guys not like the other cast members?" Honestly, I stopped watching when Anthony left. I think you too.
Yeah,
just wasn't the same.
So I should mention this. I was reading on the Smosh Reddit. There's kind of a war, or not a war, but a big contention. So there's the people who watched classic Smosh when Anthony was there, and then there's like the people who watched new Smosh after Anthony left. I stopped watching Smosh when Anthony left because we've been watching him for years. I mean, years and years and years. Which we're going to show you next. But what I noticed is Ian made a big point to say that the Smosh Games and the Smosh Pit YouTube channel are still going to have all of the new cast members and all of the new Smosh, and then the main Smosh channel is going to bring back that classic Smosh. But even Anthony mentioned he doesn't want it to just be them doing like 2010 humor of like, X movies are real or Pokemon in Real Life 5. Like he said, it's going to be modern and updated. It's going to be their sense of humor for today with a few little winks and nods.
So we'll see what that looks like when they do it tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they come up with. But thank you so much, Major Jeff, for the super chat. That was very kind of you.
Thank you, Major Jeff.
Okay, so
what was I going to say? Oh, just really quick. I didn't want to interrupt your whole spiel, but apparently that Minecraft thing was today. It's a new thing.
Oh, it just came out.
Yeah. So if who was that? George, was that George Jedi? Who mentioned that?
I'll tell you what, guys. We'll check it out after this because I've already got everything queued up. But we'll review it off screen, and then if it's interesting, we'll talk about it in the future video.
I'm just that was my phone. All right,
cool. No more phone.
Cool. Can't get it now because there's stuff in the way.
Is that okay with you if we pick that up later?
No. I just wanted to mention to you that was.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Anyways.
So next up, we're gonna watch
classic.
So this is from April 4th, 2008.
This is the story.
Richie, would you like to explore here? Would you like
to again,
explain?
I went to college with Ian and Anthony, so like we just filmed this like super quickly on the way to class.
Now you had, what was it, an improv
class?
So it was a drama class.
Yeah.
And how long was that? Like a semester, basically?
3 months. Yeah.
Wow. So you, by fluke chance, happened to go to college with them in 2008, and they were nice enough to do a video.
Yeah, and this is on campus, like, because they were like, they said they agreed to do it, but they're like, we're in a hurry, but we'll do it. It was like super rushed. Anyways,
if you guys haven't seen this, it's pretty good. So we're gonna watch this.
Hey Richie, do you ever get pay us for that commercial?
What the hell, man?
Yeah, dude, we're doing it right now.
Good. If we don't get that money, we're gonna kill you.
Yeah.
And don't forget to watch Stupid Mario Brothers.
That's right, Mario.
So don't forget to watch Stupid Mario Bros. On YouTube. Even ask Anthony here, he'll tell you.
That's right, Mario.
All right, now get the hell away from me.
It's funny. There was like 3 different ideas going into that video, and I just like didn't have enough time to like really do anything about it. But I love that they were just kind of willing to do just that. But I love, obviously I'm not really pissed at them or anything like this.
Because I think afterwards you were just like, all right, that was a joke. Thanks for
I just want to be like, all right, get the hell away from me, because I'm like, man, because small. Like the joke is like they were like huge already.
They were number 1 on YouTube. So it was.
I'm not sure if they were number 1 at that time, but they were bigger than us at that time. So I thought it was funny that I like pushed them away, like, But then by the time we did this, what we're about to watch, we remixed it. They were number 1, and then they just lost their number 1.
So this was just a few months later. So October of 2008.
Oh, really?
So I think that they were number 1, and then they got passed. So anyway, the reason I wanted to watch this is Rich edited that interview in such a way that made the video even better. So we're going to watch this YouTube news episode next. So you're going to see how genius Rich was.
YouTube news, where the news comes last and the weather comes later. Hello, and welcome to the 4 p.m. YouTube news at 7 a.m. I'm your anchor, Richard Alvarez.
I'm your co-anchor, Chris P. Bacon, but you can call me Matt.
Chris, how's the weather?
I don't know, I haven't been outside today.
Okay. In recent news, Smosh, the #1 most subscribed YouTube channel of all time, is no longer the #1 most subscribed channel of all time.
It appears that Fred and Niga Higa are competing for first and second, making Smosh #3.
Could this be bad for Smosh?
It might.
We have a live feed with Smosh going right now. Anthony, Ian, how do you feel about your recent drop?
Hey Rich, you ever gonna f***ing pay us for that commercial?
Oh crap, I thought I forgot about that.
What the hell, man?
Sorry about that. Anyways, is there anything you'd like to say to Niga Higa or Fred about getting ahead of you?
We're gonna kill you.
I see. Well, I hear that you guys are going to be making a string of new videos to try to get back to #1.
That's right.
Well, that's good to hear. Do you guys have a personal favorite YouTube show you like to watch?
Stupid Mario Brothers.
Really? And what's your favorite character?
Mario?
Ah, well, he's my favorite too. It was good talking to you guys. See you later.
Richard, I am getting a message from Dane.
Dane, do you have something to add?
Not really.
All right, then that is the end of YouTube news. Good day.
I've just been outside and it's hot.
We're gonna kill you.
Yeah, that was that. Little good remixing of those clips to serve a new purpose. Really good stuff.
All right. I thought that was really creative. Oh, we got another super chat. EDMG super chat at $5 and said, Matt's name reminded me that there was a pig on the news named Chris P. Bacon. We got that joke from Banjo-Tooie, or at least I don't know if they were originally the ones that made that joke, but there was a pig in Banjo-Tooie called Crispy Bacon. So
I mean, that's like an old joke.
Probably an old joke. Yeah. Anyway, so personally, that was my favorite episode of YouTube news we ever made because that video is more funny than the actual commercial we did with Smosh because Rich was like getting him, what's your favorite show? Stupid Mario Bros. Who's your favorite character? Mario.
Super Retro World, how did we get Smosh in our video again? That was on the way to class. I went to college with Ian and Anthony, and we just did that before class. That was it.
Yeah. By the way, friendly reminder, if you haven't given this video a like already, give this a friendly thumbs up for your boys, Rich and Chris, because that's the only way the YouTube algorithm knows that you guys like this video. So thumbs up in the chat.
All right. Are we all done with Smosh? Can we move on to Nintendo?
Yeah. So I'll say my final thoughts on Smosh is I'm happy they're back. That was super cool of them to do a video with us years ago. And yeah, I mean, I hope their new content is good.
Make a Shadow says, do you guys think Smosh remembers you guys? Well, actually, they never met Chris.
So they would only remember Rich.
I don't
Actually,
know.
that's not true. I met Ian for a hot second at VidCon and got a picture with him, but he wouldn't remember me because I didn't say like, hey, I'm Luigi from Super Mario Bros. I was just like, hey, big fan, can I get a picture? And he was very nice.
You just like didn't want to have a conversation about it.
Well, he was like leaving a party, and
that was so long ago. And I mean, like, I feel like of all the things they would want to remember, like, me being in their improv class is probably not one of them. I mean, no, I'm being humble or whatever.
I have a feeling they'd more likely remember you since you were in a class with them for a while. If you were, I don't know.
I'm being self-deprecating. No, humble would be like, no, please. No, I'm like being self-deprecating right now. Like, they're not going to remember little old me. I don't know.
They'd remember.
Whatever. Anyways, I doubt it. They've had way too much life experience to remember me. Anyways, Nintendo had a big Nintendo Direct, and there was they announced a lot of things, but only 3 of them matter. So let's talk about
this would have been E3 this week, and since E3 is no longer a thing, video game companies are just doing their own thing.
That's fine.
So we are going to start with the first big announcement, which was...
And let's just watch the trailer, and then I'll talk about everything afterwards.
Super Mario RPG. This is a 2-minute trailer, so we're going to watch this. Don't forget to like Nintendo, and we'll see. You can spacebar at any point. Go ahead and pause.
Dynamic as Mahjong graphics. No, there is a lot of stuff I would like to point out. We're going to save it. Right here. Okay, so check. Pause. Can we go back like 10 seconds?
Sorry.
Is this going to work?
I was on this screen, not this screen. Pause it when you're ready. There we go.
Okay, so I just got to stop it right there, okay? So, I've got lots to say about this. I'll save most of my thoughts for the end of the video, but I just got to say this since we have it on screen right now. You'll notice that this Mario he's like squattier, and I love that. It looks adorable, right? And here's the thing. You have to remember that this is a remake, and again, we'll get into it all at the end. This is a remake of Super Mario RPG from the Super Nintendo. As they showed you at the beginning of this video, the original kind of had that pseudo, Donkey Kong Country, like, sort of fake 3D look. And so Square Enix, who was the original developer of the game, they were the first to really put Mario like in 3D. This was before Mario 64, and their version of Mario was squattier because that's how 2D Mario.
That's how he looked. Yeah.
So Nintendo was gracious enough to actually retain the smaller, squattier Mario instead of just going with like the model they've been going with. And I think that's great. You notice that Peach also had like the squattier look too. And in a funny way, I'll just say this, in a funnier way, I think that Square actually nailed 3D Mario
better than
maybe Nintendo did. I mean, we're all used to the way that Mario looks now, but
hot take, Rich
but this
Alvarez.
is a better translation from 2D to 3D Mario, in my opinion. And I just love, and I'm gushing that they've kept the squatty look. I think that's great, and I will save the rest for the end because I have lots to say. Anyways.
That looks good.
They won't put him in Smash, but here he is in 3D. In 3D. There's no love for Molo. Everybody just likes Gino. Wow. Yay! Okay, well, let's pause right there. Let's go back. Can I see my notes? I mean, you might want to full screen us.
Oh yeah.
But I need to see my notes because I wrote some notes so I wouldn't forget certain things. First of all, this is a complete recreation. We were talking about that earlier. How a lot of companies these days, they tend to just release remasters.
Yeah.
Which means that they take an older game, and sometimes if it's old enough, like with Sunshine. And
a full screen game.
Take a full screen game to make it widescreen. They up the resolution to 1080 or 4K or whatever they're upraising it to, and that's called an HD remaster. This is a complete remake from the ground up because it's not using the pre-rendered fake 3D of the Super Nintendo at all. This is not an upres. This is a complete remake.
Yeah.
And it's good because it means, we have a super chat from Golem64 says my favorite character is Gino.
Thank you, Golem.
Gino and thank you, Golem. Gino is a lot of people's favorite character. He was the breakout star of that game, if you will. But the thing about Super Mario RPG is this remake represents a lot of things. First, that Square and Nintendo are willing to... I know that they've been on better terms lately. I'm not going to go into all because I have so many videos in the past where I've gone through this. Square and Nintendo had a falling out in the 90s. I won't say anything else about that. But in recent years, they've gotten along better. That's why we have Cloud and Smash Brothers, and the more Square games are being released on Nintendo consoles. I never thought that this remake would ever happen. I was like, they're on speaking. Basically, they're like that neighbor that they're like, yeah, I'll trade you sugar, but we're not going to have a party at each other's houses. But apparently that's changed. Come
on over. I'll make you dinner.
So, they're working together, and this is amazing. What does this mean for the future? And I have to gush I've been a fan of Square. Final Fantasy, I can't say it still is, but as a child, Final Fantasy was my favorite series of all time. It's gotten a little slow after 10. Final Fantasy 16 just came out yesterday, and I bought it. I haven't started it yet, though. But it's actually supposed to be like really good.
I expect a RichAlvarez podcast.
I'm going to talk.
all
Let's
about that.
talk
save
a
that for
little
next
bit.
time.
We'll get
Oh,
for next. But I have 2 things I want to say about it that I think you'll enjoy at the end.
Oh,
but the point is,
real quick, super sticker from Lady
oh
Rose. Thank you so much, Lady.
Thank
That
you,
is
Lady
very kind
Rose.
of you.
So what does this mean? Now that Square and Nintendo were on such good terms that they're making games together again, does this mean finally Final Fantasy VI remake? Does this mean finally
Interesting.
Chrono Trigger remake?
Oh, very interesting.
Can we start taking, because if we're doing Mario RPG,
Does that open up?
yeah, does that finally open the door to
Yeah.
remake some of those other Super Nintendo
Wow.
classics?
That's true.
That's what I'm saying. And on my note, can we have 50? Yeah, no, so they had all that. Anyways, that's all I got to say is that I'm really excited for this remake. Did you want to show a minute of that comparison
Yes,
video?
that was literally what I was going to pull up next. So let me get this up. Okay, so this is from Game Explain, and I think you guys will get a kick out of this.
Hey, we're conveniently located in the correct place
Here,
down there.
I'm going to mute this so we can talk over it.
Right.
So what are your thoughts?
I was just pointing out how like our box is perfect.
Oh yeah, it works out really good. Yeah.
So I mean, here we can really see how in the original game, Mario has that squattier look, and they've retained that, which is good, and just the very, very faithful recreation of the environments and the levels. The level design is obviously the same, but look, obviously we're getting like FMVs now of the characters, and it's not all just from the overhead.
Yeah, sorry, I paused it because we got another super chat from Majora Jeff. Thank you so much.
Oh,
and
yeah, he said Sephiroth is in Smash for DLC as well. Yes, I know, but Cloud was first, and I just had to point that out.
Thanks again. It's very interesting seeing how much detail they added, and here's why I think this is important. This game came out at the end of the Super Nintendo.
One of the last Super Nintendo games.
Many people were probably getting ready for the 64, and a lot of people might not have played this game, including me. I've watched Rich play the original a couple times. I've never played this game, but I love the Paper Mario series and the Super Mario Mario and Luigi Superstars saga. So I like the Mario RPG, but this is the true RPG because it was made by the people that made Final Fantasy. So, it's going to have that extra like oomph factor,
Look, I love all the lights and everything in the remake video there.
Yeah.
So good.
So I'm really excited about this. I like that the Switch is bringing out a lot of older games that people may not have played. I know that they've done that with like Wii U games like Mario Kart Deluxe. They did that with the Mario 3D All-Stars, where we got to play 64, Galaxy, and Sunshine. So I like that there are more games coming out so people have a chance to play the. Okay, now it's going to do the split screen. So you good to?
I'm good. I just noticed that they dropped the stem from the G in the remake. Do you see that? The G has the stem. They took the stem off for whatever reason. They cleaned up the logo a little bit.
They made it. That's the modern minimalist look. But
right.
Yeah.
Anyways. I could gush about Square and Super Mario RPG for hours, but instead we got to move on because we must watch the Super Mario Wonder
trailer.
I
have not
watched
this yet.
Okay.
I watched clips on Twitter, but this is my first time, and I've seen the memes, of course.
Thank you, Gollum. We actually are going to be talking about Pikmin after this.
And Golem says Pikmin 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much, Golem, for the super chat. Okay, so next up, we are going to watch Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Okay, so let's get this going here. And then, all right.
Onward and upward.
Hey, he looks squatty.
What's up?
He's squatty.
Well, that's because he didn't have a super mushroom yet. There we go.
I like the music. It's very happy.
They're on roller skates.
Oh, what the heck?
It's a wonder flower. Gives Mario a weird, like, acid trip. The pipes are moving and they're alive.
Thank you, lady. We'll read your chat as soon as we finish this. Oh, this is trippy.
The bowling Oh, they knock over the...
Oh, another Wonder Seed. Huh. Wait for it. I know there's a meme coming at the end.
Luigi, Toad, Daisy this time.
Yeah, they got the whole crew.
Some Yoshi action.
Yes. Wait, there's got to be more.
There is. There
Okay,
is. Don't worry.
Oh.
Like,
Zowie!
pause.
What? Now I know where all the
So,
memes came from.
That's all we get. Okay, but we did see Mario turn into like a spiky boulder and other. So I'm assuming that much like in Mario Odyssey, Mario's able to change form, you know, into different things. But this just looks hilarious.
So goofy.
Oh, he still retains his gloves in his overalls.
This is like Big Chungus the meme or something. Like, what is going on here? Okay, hold on. We got to read a few chats. So first off, Lady sent in her super sticker, or sorry, her member chat for being a member for 1 month and said, "Miss my Game Boy Advance childhood. SMB3 and Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga were my very first Mario games I received on my 4th birthday." Well, thank you for the super chat.
Awesome.
And great games to start with. Those were fun games. We also got a chat from a George F who said, "Does this mean Smash Bros will have more Square Enix characters in the future than just Cloud, Sora, and Sephiroth?"
We'll see. I mean, that's kind of the, like, you know, I don't really play Smash Bros, but I mean, that is the hope for a lot of people. I'm hoping, as I said earlier, for just more remakes of Square, classic Nintendo Square games, such as Final Fantasy VI, Chrono Trigger, etc. It's like we got that remaster of Chrono Cross, but
We
no love
did.
for Chrono Trigger.
Hold on, guys. I'm going to pull up a meme real quick that Cody sent that I thought was... Okay, hold on. Oh, no, it was Colin. Okay, hold on. Can I... Hold on. I want to save...
It's great.
Hold on. Save images. I don't want you guys to see the rest of my...
Of the Discord.
My Discord, so I gotta do this in a proper place. Hold on one moment. One moment, please. All right, hold on. All right, here we go. Now I can show this. All right, you guys are gonna get a kick out of this. So this was from Colin the Hollow on Discord, posted this meme, and I thought it was really funny. So it speaks for itself. Well played. So I guess you guys should join the Discord because sometimes we'll show your memes. All right. So going back to where we were, let me go back to the video here. Okay. So I'm really excited. Now, Mario Wonder, would you say this is the next stage in the new Super Mario Bros. Series, or is this more close to Super Mario 3D World? How would you describe
I would say that
this?
since it looks like it is entirely played with the traditional side-scrolling, I would say that this is more in line with new Super Mario Brothers rather than 3D World, 3D Land, which is like, I do like 3D World and 3D Land because I feel like that's a nice hybrid between the two.
Yeah.
With, like, you know, as open world like Odyssey or like New Super. This feels more like a traditional Mario game, but they're dropping the new, I think, because it's, you know, how
Because you can't keep saying new when it's been
yeah.
over 10. I think it came out in at least 10 years ago.
I don't
So
know,
it
but
was
like,
a
yeah,
lot.
I like that, but they keep Super Mario Bros. Wonder instead of, like, you know, Super Mario Odyssey. They're keeping the
Yeah.
Bros in there so that way you know
It's a
plays
main
classic.
series game.
And it's another 4-player Mario game. and I do enjoy it. It's good for parties, and also just I love classic Mario. We have another super chat from Golem64.
Yeah.
I'll
read it. Golem said, speaking of Square, they sold off more of their 90s IP to the Embracer Group company, so Gex and Tomb Raider are there now. And by the way, Embracer Group just went through, you guys probably don't care about this, but they just went through mass industry layoffs, for those of you that happen to follow the layoffs in the tech industry. I don't know how that's going to affect anything. Maybe that means Square could buy back the rights. Never know. Anyway, long story short, thank you, Golem, for the super chat. So, any more thoughts on Wonder before we move to the next one?
I mean, it looks awesome. I like whatever's going on with the weird, trippy, stuff. It looks fun. It looks fun. It looks like a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what Elephant Mario actually does. This is so ridiculous, though. Just the image of this,
This feels like a meme. Like, it feels like a meme template. And in fact, people were already posting a bunch of memes in our Discord using this, and I don't know why. It screams like top text, bottom text, So,
all right.
Anywho,
well, let's move on.
Next,
I mean, we don't have much else to say. Just they announced Pikmin 4. And was the Pikmin 1 and 2 remasters, was that announced also on this?
Yes. Track? So I think I want to watch this, if that's okay. It's
sure.
Only 2 minutes. I really liked Pikmin 1. Actually, and I barely played 2, so I haven't followed it that much. But 1, I
when
played
was
a
Pikmin
ton.
3?
That was like the Wii U, I think.
Oh, okay.
I played 1 over and over and over again, and that was my favorite. And it's unique because Miyamoto actually personally stepped in. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Yeah, Squiggles is the one that posted a bunch of goofy memes in the Discord. Squiggles, I liked your memes. There was one where there was like Mario outside the car, and it was like me when I'm ready to go. And anyway, I'm not going to do it justice. Go on our Discord and scroll up and look at Squiggles memes. It was pretty funny. Anyway, going back to Pikmin. So Pikmin was the game that Miyamoto stepped in and personally directed. So he had a huge creative hand in it, which is why it feels above and beyond the typical Nintendo game. So with that said, we're going to watch this. And this is great because a lot of people might not have played Pikmin 1, and now they have the chance to on Switch. So it's bringing it to like a new generation of gamers. Now, it doesn't look like they've done that big of a res.
No, it doesn't look much better, if at all.
It doesn't even. I mean, they made it widescreen. These graphics are a lot better in 2001, 2002. It looks fun. I mean, I'm totally gonna get this.
But like after the Mario RPG, completely,
I know. I was like,
hey.
After seeing what they did, yeah. I played Pikmin 2, but I only played it a little bit, and I felt like I'm gonna pause this real quick. Personally, I felt like Pikmin 2 suffered from what most sequels suffer from, which is
too much itis.
Yeah, it's like Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, or most sequels. It's like there's a perfect blend of like simple and fun, and then they end up making
they just
add too much stuff in the sequel, thinking more is better, but it takes away from the simple charm of the original, and then it's just kind of it misses that like simple charm. You know what I'm saying? Too much itis.
Too much itis. That's like
anyway.
I always think a bit, and I still enjoy Banjo-Tooie, but it's like
if I'm in the mood to play one, I'm gonna play Kazooie.
I would have been perfectly happy if they just kept the old moves and didn't add any new moves. They added way too many new moves, and they were unnecessary. For most of the new moves were only necessary for the time you had to use them. You know what I mean? Like,
I felt like they felt like they had to, because they couldn't take all your moves away. So I get why they did it, but it'll never really be as good as Banjo-Kazooie.
Whatever.
Anyway, we'll finish this. I think Pikmin 2 was 2-player, which was kind of cool.
No, the legend is that like Miyamoto was like in his backyard gardening or something, and he's like, "What is?" when he came up with this idea. Whatever, yeah. So we're getting a re-release of Pikmin 1 and 2. No love for 3 yet, but but we're getting Pikmin 4. That was the big announcement. I mean, there's a trailer for that. It's kind of long. It's like 4 minutes long, but they did announce Pikmin 4. There's a trailer for it. I would suggest you just are you just gonna like show a snippet of it?
We could watch the first 30 seconds.
Well, let's just check it out.
Okay, hold on. One moment, please.
One moment, please.
I like the graphics already.
Welcome to the Rescue Corps. As its newest recruit, you'll venture to a mysterious planet with all sorts of life forms. There, you'll meet plant-like creatures called Pikmin.
Somebody just pointed out that Pikmin 3 is already available on the Switch.
Didn't know that.
All right.
Good to know. All right. Well,
and the adorable rescue pup, Ochi. Good boy. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, repair the damaged Rescue Corps spaceship and save any castaways you find.
All right. I mean, I think we get the
cool. You get it's new Pikmin.
Okay, cool. I'm very happy with everything. Oh, do we want to watch that one?
Yeah, there were so many things. It's like I feel like that's like going in a.
All right. They also made Sonic Superstars. If you want to,
they announced like a ton of stuff at the.
Good job. YouTube algorithms are always watching.
They announced a lot of stuff. You just watch the Nintendo Direct. They announced a lot of stuff, but that's all I wanted to cover.
Yeah. So long story short, we got quite a bit to look forward to. Out of everything we saw, which one are you the most excited about?
Well, Mario RPG.
Yeah,
obviously.
That's what I thought.
But I do want to see what Elephant Mario is all about.
Nintendo knew what they were doing. They were like, what if we just make this look memeable and let the internet do its thing?
I do think that was intentional to save that for the end. So be like, what?
Yeah. So
anyways, I think that's going to do it for us today.
Yeah.
Do you got anything else you want to add there, Chris?
Is there a chance there might be a let's play or a let's try of Mario RPG on the Switch at some point in the near future?
Sure. Oh, and I just remembered I did want to mention this because I said I was going to mention it at the end. Final Fantasy 16, right? I haven't played it yet. I own it. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I think you'll get a kick out of this. Little plot detail is that tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Every city has their own person that is possessed by a summon, and you play as the main character who, Ifrit is the big fire god. He's been in every Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So the main character is possessed by Ifrit. So he can turn into Ifrit.
I feel like you're trying to get me to pick on something,
it's
and I'm not.
Naruto vibes. Every village has their own guy who can turn into a monster.
So it's Final Fantasy Naruto.
It has the plot kind of reminds me of the what do they call it, Jinchuri?
Yeah.
Anyways, I thought you would catch on faster than that.
But
it's
whoosh,
been too long.
Super whoosh.
But yeah, it shows that on the cover, his arm is turning into Ifrit's arm. Remind me of the tails coming out of Naruto. Anyways, I got some big Naruto vibes there. But it was I got to admit, I was not interested in Final Fantasy 16 at all because 15 was okay. I hated 13. 11 and 14 are MMOs, and those are fun, but they're not quite Final Fantasy. There hasn't really been. 12 was okay. There hasn't been a great Final Fantasy since 10, and I had basically just given up all hope on the series until all the reviews came in, and they were like, "No, this could be the best game of the year, or the best game in years." And then I read the plot, and then I actually finally watched all the videos, and I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a chance. So I can't wait to see if I really enjoy this game or not. We have a super chat from Major Jeff. It says, still waiting for a Zelda Ocarina of Time HD remake. But they did do it on the 3DS.
They've done...
But not on a console,
They did 3DS. They did... they've done a few re-releases of it, but they haven't done an HD remake. And I
think what we all want is a complete ground-up, remake.
Rich is getting his phone. Yeah, I agree with you, Majora Jeff. I would love an HD remake. Anyway, so what do you guys think of this podcast, by the way? We're going to go a little bit meta here. Do you enjoy it when we're just recapping stuff on the news, doing reactions to YouTube stuff like Smosh or Nintendo stuff? Because I thought this was pretty fun, and I'm down to do more of these, but what do you guys think? And Rich, what do you think? Did you enjoy the style of YouTube videos?
Sure.
Which is down if you guys are. But anyway, we've got, I guess, a little bit of time left. So just checking the chat here. What did you guys think? Okay, so Golem64 said, yep. And Blueberry said, honestly, anything you guys would do, I enjoy. DZ said, yeah, it's kind of like a podcast. Oh, and then Major Jeff sent in another super chat. Thank you so much. It said,
because
Kart.
during the again, I didn't want to go over everything in the Nintendo Direct.
Oh, was it just more?
They just talked about more
DLC?
DLC, more DLC.
I've been playing the new Mario Kart levels, and they've been fun. So yes,
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love Mario Kart, and more levels, more characters, always good. It's just like, to me, it's like that's not news. That's like,
it's just a DLC isn't as exciting as something brand new or a remake of a game like over 20 years old,
right?
Almost 30 years old. Jeez. All good. Okay, Elite Care said, I would love for you guys to keep doing this. Brandon says, sure, why not? And then Hastenator said, unfortunately, I came in late. I've only been here for like 8 minutes.
Well, you got to go back and watch from the beginning then.
Hey, you still made it live, and we appreciate you here. Also, you could replay. Well,
anyways,
I think we covered everything.
That's it. So thank you for coming, and just want to say, please subscribe. It's free and easy, just like things that are free and easy. Hooray! I don't know.
Just like reuniting the Smosh channel and watching what
although that was
E3.
free, it certainly wasn't easy.
Actually, I don't think it was free either. It
Oh,
cost
well, yeah,
a lot of money.
because
It wasn't free and it wasn't easy.
Well, so
but
then
the friendship,
no examples.
the friendship was priceless. How about that?
For everything else, there's MasterCard. All right, I'm RichAlvarez.
And I'm Chris Muller. Have a wonderful day.
And an even better tomorrow. Bye.
Peace.